இந்த வால்யூம் உள்ள குறைச்சிக்கோங்க.
சார் சொல்லுங்க.
ஹலோ சார்.
சார்
Yes, we can start right now. So,
okay, sir. Okay, sir. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you can start.
Okay, sir. Good morning, everyone. Today, my research scholar, Mr. Suresh Channathambi, has done an extensive research work in the area of community radio network. I gladly welcome the Bypass Board member, committee members, Dr. K. Prabhu, Associate Professor, NIT Surat, the subject expert, and Dr. Selvaraj, Associate Professor, IIITDM, Kanjipuram, Indian Examiner. Welcome you, sir. I also welcome my joint supervisor, Dr. N. Muthukumaran sir, my DC member, and the Department of Francis Xavier College sir. Welcome everyone. Now I request my scholar to present his work. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Now we will start.
Good morning, another person here. My thesis title is Design Development of Microstrip Patch Antenna and Conventional Power Allocation Policies for Spectrum Utilization in Cognitive Radio Networks. Indian Examiner, Dr. M. D. Selvaraj, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, IIITDM, Kanjipuram, Chennai. Subject Expert, Dr. K. Prabhu, Associate Professor, Department of ECE, NIT Surat, Karnataka. And the Joint Supervisor, Dr. N. Muthukumaran, Professor of Department of ECE, Francis Xavier Engineering College, Tirunelveli. And the Supervisor, Dr. K. Aruna Ma'am, Professor of Department of ECE, Pava Engineering College, Namakar. And myself, M. Suresh Channathambi, Research Scholar, Department of ECE, Francis Xavier Engineering College, Tirunelveli. And these are all the contents: introduction, literature survey, existing system, motivation, objectives, and module right from 1 to 4, conclusion and feature work, references, comments and reports of examiners, and list of publications. Introduction. The exploitation of wireless devices has been increased significantly in recent years due to the advances in wireless technology. So this segment requires a high amount of spectrum. Due to the limited availability of radio spectrum and high inefficiency in its usage, new insights into the use of spectrum have challenged the traditional approaches to spectrum management and spectrum utilization. This necessitates a new communication paradigm to harness the underutilized wireless spectrum by accessing its opportunistically. And the continuation part of the introduction. This new communication technology introduced to attack spectrum crunch issue is referred to as dynamic spectrum access. Cognitive radio networks are an intelligent wireless communication system that relies on opportunistic communication between unlicensed or second users over temporarily unused spectrum bands that are licensed to their primary users. And this is the CRN centralized architecture, and we have primary network, secondary network, licensed band, unlicensed band. So commonly get together in a CRN base station, and this is the overall architecture of CRN, Cognitive Radio Network. And coming to the literature survey, in the first paper, the title of the paper, Data Driven Deep Learning for Signal Classification in Industrial Cognitive Radio Networks. Advantages of this paper: features of wireless signals are extracted through stack ideal autoencoders. The drawbacks found in this paper is spectrum resources are becoming increasingly scarce. And in the next paper, in the title of Search and Rescue Optimization Algorithm, a new optimization method for solving constrained engineering optimization problems. It is having the advantage SAR is also used for solving 7 engineering optimization problems, and I have found the drawback in that paper, engineering optimization problems. And in the third one, The paper is having the advantages, the nodes consume energy continuously, and the drawback I have found in that paper is every node in the network has the same limited energy during the data transmission. Consequently, the data transmission from the source to destination is also limited. And coming to the next literature review, I have found the advantages in that paper, estimating spectrum holds position. And drawbacks are zones which occupies no indications on signaling, of course high possibility of error calls. And the next paper I have found the advantages, number of internet linked devices have been enlarged consequently, and the drawback is difficult spectrum formation. And the next paper, advantage, conventional power allocation algorithm based on the four propositions. Drawback, grouping problem between the primary users and the secondary users. And in the next paper, advantage, multi-scale spectrum allocation. Drawback, small time-scale spectrum allocation and matching problem. Eighth paper, enhance the spectrum allocation efficiency and the balance between the cognitive users. Disadvantages, more time and complexity. Advantages in the next paper, improve the utilization of spectrum in CRN, and the drawback, pertinent disposition situations. And in the next paper, advantages, best channels length the routes. Disadvantages, reproduction success, noteworthy enhancements regarding the throughput. Next paper, advantage, fast development of wireless technology. Disadvantage, spectrum distribution complicated. The 12th paper, linear integer optimization has solved the throughput problem as the advantage, and the disadvantage, many to one channel only. In the 13th paper, advantage, reduction in upline and downlink applications. Disadvantage, amount of range computations altered and replicated. The 14th paper, the advantage, electromagnetic range delivery. The disadvantage, Karl Hopperson's and for electromagnetic band delivery. 15th paper, power and current consumption is the advantage, and the disadvantage, low slung power problem which decreases the recital of the cognitive radio systems. The 16th paper, the advantage, upsurge in attainable throughput. Disadvantages, decrease in the packet delay. The 17th paper, increasing the spectral efficiency, flexible spectrum management. Disadvantages, decreases the complexity delay. And in the 18th paper, the advantage, high spectrum management. Disadvantage, spectrum scarcity problem. The 19th paper, intellectual radio submissions I have found as the advantage, and the disadvantage, low gain ultra wide band. The 20th paper, multiple stack patches are found as the advantages, and the disadvantage, low level measurement only. And the last paper, 21st paper, advantage, high gain bandwidth with dense ultra wide band, but the drawback I have found, poor optimization. And coming to the existing system, from the drawback I have gone through, efficiently allocating the spectrum to the secondary users is one of the major problems in cognitive radio networks. The licensed bands are underutilized, but the unlicensed bands are crowded, which results spectrum scarcity problem. It is problematic to precisely forecast the seaward electromagnetic band delivery. Energy reduction, limited performance, throughput reduction due to collision while addressing the method of annealing based optimization algorithm. So these are all the existing system. Coming to the motivation, the main motivation of this research is to compensate the spectrum scarcity and effective spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. By making high quality spectrum available to all users, including unlicensed and secondary ones, and to increase the sensing capacity of CRN devices. Exclusive design on radio frequency energy harvesting for effective spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. The motivation for selecting spectrum underlying finite element line feeding, that is abbreviated as SUFFLE design, is for efficient spectrum utilization in CRM. So these are all the main motivation of my research. And objectives. In my research, I have split 4 modules. Module 1, to allocate the spectrum in cognitive radio networks for the secondary users by improving the network lifetime and decreasing the energy consumption through deep learning based adaptive search and rescue, abbreviated as AZAR algorithm, for spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. And in the module 2, to enhance the spectrum allocation and spectrum utilization for explicit applications in cognitive radio networks using dynamic spectrum access in neural networks based radio frequency energy harvesting method. In the module 3, to design a microstrip circular patch antenna for efficient spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks and its applications. And in the last module, I have slightly modified the antenna design for the betterment of network and to design an antenna for efficient spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks using spectrum underline finite element line feeding shuffle method. So this is the module 1, deep learning based adaptive search and rescue algorithm for spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. So this is actually under review. We have submitted in the journal Wireless Personal Communications, Printer publication. So coming to the introduction, cognitive radio networks have been planned to support and handle several future applications such as mobile to mobile, public safety network, smart grid, smart military network, etc. In this work, to improve the spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks, adaptive search and rescue, optimization, and autoencoder deep learning algorithm has been proposed to improve the spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. CRN faces challenges like quality of services and existence of primary users in spectrum management. In CRN, search for unused frequencies continuous, such a way medical telemetry network also senses and design and share spectra. By the use of this cognitive ability, the condition of the patient is monitored using the wireless network. So this is the one of the advantage application. And CRN consists of several types of users or nodes. In CRN, one type of user is the primary users labeled as licensed users, and another type of user is the secondary users identified as unlicensed users. Furthermore, the secondary users should not affect the transmission of primary users. And coming to the related work, we have gone through the recent years related works. And this is the outline of the contribution of the first module. To deploy the primary users and the secondary users on the network where both the users are the licensed user while the secondary users possess the free spectrum or spectrum pole. The spectrum utilization should possess the balance between interference and transmitted power while achieving high throughput and the trade-off between the secondary users and the utility function. And coming to the AZAR optimization algorithm spectrum access in CRN. So here I have used spotted Heino optimizer for the speed operation of the AZAR algorithm through the flow optimization, and AZAR output will be given to the deep learning based autoencoder. Parallelly, it will set the weight parameter and determination also, and it will be given from the deep learning to the field detection. So where we will detect the primary users, and it will be primary users automatically able to find out the spectrum very easily by the decision. And in the output, overall output will be able to sense the spectrum very easily. That's the main motivation in concept behind this first module. And coming to the other spectrum sensing framework, so via these conditions, that is control channel, radio frequency front end, data fusion center, user selection, hypothesis testing, knowledge base, and through the higher layers. Similarly for processing, data, fusion, testing and higher layers, all the things will be taken through this spectrum sensing framework. And this is the overall process of the first module. And here we are having flowchart from right to left. That is from Quatermain optimization under the flowchart. So that's the starting point. Start, initialize population, choose initial parameters, fitness function, define, update, and output from the first flowchart will be given to the update flow. And from the update flow, we will get the output, overall output. This is the entire flowchart of the first module. End-to-end delay versus number of nodes. So first output. Here, from the graph it has been observed that the delay obtained by the proposed algorithm is 1.8 seconds. It is very lesser than that of other methods. The energy consumption versus number of nodes. The energy consumed by the proposed DNN-Hazard method is 6.5 joules. It has been noted that the energy consumed by the proposed method is much less than that of other existing methods and proving its merits over other techniques. Network lifetime versus number of nodes. It has been experimentally proven that the proposed Hazard method shows a network lifetime of 85 rounds. As the node increases, the network lifetime decreases. The proposed Hazard method has higher network lifetime than any other method as shown in the graph. And the next parameter, packet delivery ratio versus nodes. So here I have found the better result of Hazard method is about 0.95%. So the packet delivery ratio is taken in the y-axis. In the x-axis, number of nodes we have taken. From the graph, it is clear that the proposed method has higher packet delivery ratio. Throughput versus number of nodes. It has been obtained that the higher throughput value of 3.1 bps, the proposed methods show its better performance over the other techniques. Spectrum utilization versus number of nodes. So here the graph shows the spectrum utilization versus number of nodes, comparison graphs of the proposed Hazard for different channel allocation techniques like random allocation and centralized channel allocation techniques. The next output, throughput variation versus SNR. It has been observed that the throughput of the proposed method is higher than that of the other techniques like CFAR, CDR and MEP. In the case of CDR, the throughput decreases from 5.81 to 4.674 bps and afterwards it remains constant. Threshold variation versus with SNR. From the graph method, the proposed method increases from 1.46 to 1.79 lambda into 10 to the power 4. It has been detected that the method proposed is better when compared with the other techniques. And this is the comparison table. My contribution in this research, in this module is end-to-end delay. I have taken as the one of the parameter, energy consumption one of the parameter, network lifetime, and PDR throughput. And DNN-Hazard is the proposed work in this research module. And these are all the other techniques. And comparatively, while considering about the end-to-end delay, I have got 1.8 seconds It is very lesser than other techniques. Energy consumption 6.5 joules, network lifetime 85 rounds, TDR 0.95% and throughput 3.1 into 10 to the power 3 bps. And summary of the module 1, this was the deep neutral filter based adaptive search and rescue algorithm optimization with deep learning has been exploited for efficiently spectral allocating the resources in CRN and its applications, and also in BAN applications, body area network. For detecting the right parameter in deep learning, Azar algorithm has been used. It has been observed that the technique is based on end-to-end delay, energy consumption delivery ratio, network lifetime, packet delivery ratio, throughput, spectrum utilization, throughput variation and threshold variation. Thus the proposed method improves spectrum utilization in cognitive ready networks. And the next module, it also deals with the spectrum utilization in cognitive ready networks through RF energy harvesting. The module has been accepted for publication in the journal, SC indexed journal, the International Arab Journal of Information Technology. An introduction, cognitive ready networks consists of several primary nodes and secondary nodes, eavesdropper and secondary center. In cognitive ready networks, primary user is the licensed user and the secondary users are the unlicensed users. The primary user can access the allocated spectrum anytime, while the secondary users wait for spectrum allocation. The cognitive ready networks can autonomously detect the empty space or spectrum codes even during mobility. The cognitive ready networks has many nodes, however, owing to the infusion of among the users and the limited energy infinite, the nodes versus sometimes can't forward the information. Every node in a network has the same limited energy and the nodes consume energy continuously during the data transmission. Consequently, the data transmission from the source to destination is also limited. The CRN nodes powered by renewable energy that is harvested from primary center to acquire improved energy efficiency and enhance the throughput. Radio frequency energy harvesting is one of the methods that accumulate the energy possessed by the nodes. In CRN, through the RPH design, the data transmission time can be enhanced, consequently improve the spectrum utilization. And these are all the related work. This is the outline of the contribution. In the first contribution, RPH is utilized for the spectrum utilization, and in the next, the DSA is utilized for the spectrum utilization and rectify some problems in the spectrum utilization also. And comparative analysis between the radio frequency energy harvesting method and the existing neural networks have been examined for the parameters like bandwidth, operating frequency, spectrum efficiency, utilization. And this is the next proposed method for allocation using RPH approach, the block diagram, transceiver diagram, and some optimization process of DSA for cognitive networks also we have gone through. And the probability in terms of time, threshold, probability of interferences, wavelength, phase constant, all those things have been examined, and through RPH cognitive networks, I have obtained numerous time slots involving two arrivals of concurrent time period, a probability of Euclidean distance, conditional probability, etc. And this is the overall flowchart of the spectrum utilization through RPH. And this is the adaptive method in the module 2, radio environment and spectrum. So through this analysis of nodes, adaptation among nodes, spectrum sensing, channel capacity and spectrum, I have came to know that spectrum utilization is very effective, and I have found the paths which one is the best and which one is having the interferences. So from this diagram I have found the path M3 and D are the source and destination path. So this is the right path where we have no interferences. And parameters incorporated in simulating the RPH approach. These are the parameters, number of secondary users I have taken, number of primary users, number of channels, law of type protocol, packet size, antenna type, channel type, propagation model, packet, maximum packet in your queue, bandwidth, power spectral density, operating frequency, and corresponding method values also given. So in the node creation scenarios, first I have found the nodes, which one is the actual node. The route has been determined, the characteristics also found, and in the next one, adversary node identification scenarios. So from this I have identified the proposed, through the proposed method, nearby node has been identified easily, whether it is engaged or not, whether it is involved in any kind of communication or not. And number of packets dropped versus time. It has been extremely observed that the packet drops are slightly reduced in the proposed RPS method than the previous network method. That also highlighted. Throughput such improvements are. So throughput also improved, and energy harvested. RF transmitter, when it is compared with the power transmitter, power used is also given. Similarly, amount of energy harvested is also given here. Comparison of the proposed method with the existing one. Bandwidth, operating frequency, energy efficiency are the parameter I have taken, and the proposed model is the DSA with the ANN method. And summary. In this work, the contributions of the RF dynamic spectrum access and artificial neural network algorithms have been offered to expand the spectrum utilization in CRN. So here, antenna type, channel type, propagation model, power spectral density, bandwidth, and operating frequency also found. And from the observation, from the simulation parameters, the proposed method offers energy harvesting, spectrum utilization, decision making on empty spectrum channel. Everything improved. And coming to the next module, microstrip patch antenna design for spectrum utilization. And this module has been published in the Wireless Personal Communications SE Indexed journal. And this module purely meant for spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks also. And coming to the introduction, multiple parasitic microstrip patches have been developed, designed, fabricated for cognitive radio applications. A transceiver in a communication system is driven by proposed antenna to obtain better energy efficiency. Spectrum utilization throughput have been upgraded through this antenna fabrication via the parameters like radiation patterns, return losses, current wireless communication arrangements need antennas with lightweight and low profile. So in that way, conventional microstrip patch antenna drills from narrow bandwidth because of its single resonance radiation. So microstrip patch, circular patch have been incorporated in the network, and the overall network has been, performance has been improved. This is the related work for this module. The outline of the contribution is the microstrip patch antenna design has been implemented for spectrum utilization for cognitive radio applications. An optimization algorithm is employed to address the spectrum scarcity. Comparative analysis has been made between the proposed antenna design with other design for the parameters such as dimensions, impedance, bandwidth, and gain and efficiency. This is the H-slot coupled field circular patch. Through this, the network performance has been improved. And this is the overall network architecture where I have incorporated the proposed microstrip antenna as one of the contributions. And through this microstrip patch, the entire performance of the network has been improved, especially spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks have been improved. So around the circular patch, we have the multiple parasitic patches also. This This is for supporting the circular patch. And the outage from OT also have been developed. And this is the overall simulation process of a designed microchip patch antenna by using HFSS 14.0. And this is the module: start, play 3D, boundaries, boundary problems, identification and rectification, solutions, and post process up to the end. And coming to the design considerations, this is the actual plan, the circular patch diagram, and the corresponding XYZ position also have been mentioned here. This is the way forward representation of circular patch for the spectrum utilization in cognitive networks, and the corresponding positioning, center point, everything is mentioned here with respect to the height, width, radius. And coming to the radiation pattern of microchip patch at 3.56 gigahertz, this is the radiation pattern I have got for the spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. And I have got the efficiency value as 95.7, and magnetic quantities of near and far fields, H field layer formation, H field magnitude top view, H field magnitude side view. So from this graph I can come to know the amplification factor, H field 3D positioning, E field overlays. These are the E field excitation, electric field and magnetic field excitation, electric field polar plot representation. Actually, this is the 3D polar plot. This is the rotational illustration diagram. And final H field pattern of circular array. The antenna gain, rectangles phi and single cone. This is the with cone, rectangles with cone. And from these observation, antenna design and measurement through the simulation, I have got the return loss measurement also. The overall network performance through this network simulator by developing the microchip patch antenna. This is the comparison and the method result analysis. Parameters: dimensions, bandwidth in percentage, gain, efficiency. So I have got the efficiency of 95.7, which is the better efficiency than other methods. And summary: we can develop microchip patch antenna for spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. In this work, the contribution of the microchip patch antenna have been designed to expand the spectrum utilization. The performance has been examined through various parameters like impedance bandwidth percentage, gain and efficiency. It has been observed that the proposed method offers bandwidth enhancement of microchip patch antenna is completed by HFSS simulation suite, and the design antenna sorting gears are used to offer bandwidth. And the last module, antenna fabrication using spectrum underlay finite element line feeding SUPERF method. It has been published in the SCA indexed journal Wireless Personal Communication. Introduction. Here also I have designed the same antenna with little bit variation in the dimensions, and through the feeding element, also I have changed. Through that the network performance has been improved, especially the spectrum utilization problem. And coming to the next one, circular patch is design made up with the SUPERF to improve its gain. The problem of sensing nodes through the channel solved for the implementation of the SUPERF. Ordinarily, reception apparatus works under different references groups. However, for uncommon applications such as radio wire is required. This is the related work. Overall outline of the contribution. Through the line feeding, spectrum underlay finite element line feeding method designed for spectrum utilization in CRN has been developed by sensing the channel quickly. The spectrum underlay finite element line feeding based channel activity through the antenna design has been employed to address the channel activity problem. The suffer sample has made up and restrained. The consequences have exposed the division occurred by the limitations. The transceiver in the network has been driven by proposed antenna to acquire better energy efficiency. Design and investigation analysis. I have just modified in the dimensions and the measurement. From this figure, the top and elevation view sketch of the circular patch architecture. The dimensions are given by 40 mm as the breadth, 60 mm as the length, circular patch size 80 mm, fractal size 26 cross 2 mm. The same thing. 3D view of the circular architecture. So here I have just modified the dimensions for the betterment of spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. Feed substrate also somewhat changed compared with the previous one, and the design equations are outage probability also found. Locating the circular patch on a ground line, how to locate the circular patch over the ground line. This is the actual wayport representation through the surface simulation and 3D coordinate system positioning. This diagram, field overlays of electric field over the ground plane are in the 3D coordinate systems. The circular patch has been fixed along the XY plane. The radius of the circular patch has also been formulated. This is the magnitude of E field 3D positioning, and this is the actual prototype of the fabricated surface microstrip patch. And through this antenna design and measurement, the scattering parameter of the proposed antenna is shown. This is the comparison table of various antenna parameters. I have compared with existing methods, LTCC, microstrip patch array fed by L-shaped feed network, reconfigurable microstrip antenna, probe fed circular patch antenna, UWB antenna. And the final version of my microstrip antenna are surface design, and its values are really high when compared to the existing one. In comparison results of analysis of various antennas. Parameters: circular patch radius, width of ground plane, length of ground plane, element angular separation, technique or algorithm used, operating frequency. And the method: reconfigurable microstrip antenna. Next method: LTCC microstrip patch, probe feed circular patch antenna. The proposed surface method gives the better results in compared to other. In the summary, in this work, the performance of the spectrum underlay fine element line feeding surface method has been presented to expand the spectrum utilization in CRN. The performance has been examined by means of parameters like impedance bandwidth, gain, radiation efficiency, switching time, cutoff frequency, isolation, circular patch radius, width of ground plane, length of ground plane, element angular separation, algorithm used, methods used and operating frequency. It has been observed that by giving appropriate feeding whenever required to the network through the feeder line, the proposed shuffle method supports to save the energy related with the existing method. A simulation and intended consequence of shuffle for expansion compared. Thus, the proposed prototype method improves overall performance of cognitive readiness network. In conclusion and future enhancement, in the first module, adaptive search and rescue algorithm has been developed for the effective utilization of the spectrum in the cognitive readiness networks. And for the improvement of the Azar algorithm, I have added spotted Raynaud optimizer for the speedy operation of the Azar algorithm for the improvement of spectrum utilization in cognitive readiness networks. And also dynamic spectrum access artificial neural network have been incorporated in this first module for the betterment of the spectrum utilization in the cognitive readiness network. The packet class comparison, node formation, throughput calculation were also being calculated by NS2. And initially, radiation patterns were deliberated in numerous frequency levels. The restrained radiation pattern of microchip circular patch at 2.4 GHz, which is appropriate for spectrum utilization in cognitive radio applications. And in the next chapter, the antenna gains with without ground were intended. Finally, return losses for circular rectangular patches were related. Throughput improvement is taken after microchip is used in the network. And the proposed KF antenna model exhibits a bandwidth of 85.08% in the range of 2.44 GHz. And finally, the three-dimensional polar plot was represented. And overall efficiency for the design of subworld architecture, it has been observed at 95.9%. In future the work can be extended with certain objectives like area data rate, fairness and energy efficiency. This antenna design makes it attractive for future communication systems and especially for spectrum utilization in cognitive readiness networks. So overall, all the modules have been developed and implemented by various simulation parameters, simulation, network simulator and HFSS antenna design for the spectrum utilization in cognitive readiness networks. And these are all the references we have taken for the improvement of spectrum utilization in cognitive readiness networks. Comments and reports of thesis examiners. Thesis comments by Indian examiner Dr. M. Selvaraj, Associate Professor, IIT, IITDM Kanchipuram, Chennai. So the first comment, the title of the thesis is very general. It's possible to give precise title based on the techniques or other parameters. So based on the valuable comment by the professor, I have just modified the title. In the comparison table 2.3 and 5.3 include the reference papers for the different methods compared from the literature. Based on the valuable comment, I have modified and I have incorporated the reference papers in the table mentioned and pages also I have mentioned. The future scope of the research work is missing. It must be added in the chapter 6 chapter of conclusion. Based on the valuable comment, I have incorporated the future work in the last chapter. And in the fourth comment, what are all the challenges faced by the researcher in the fabrication of the device and measurement of the parameters? So decreasing the height of the substrate lowers the gain. So I have also faced the design problem, physical limitation problem, etc. while designing the or while fabricating the antenna. And in the next command, the type in the page sound is to be corrected based on the command has been corrected. And based on the valuable command by the processor, the title of each chapter is too big, so it has to be rectified or reduced. So as per the valuable command, I have just modified. This is the thesis comments by foreign examiner Dr. Murat Yusuf, Professor Gas University, Faculty of Technology, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Ankara, Turkey. Suggested corrections are as follows. This is the comments. The underlined comments, exploitation, instead of exploitation, we have to start with D. So I have just incorporated the comment, we have just modified. And by means of, instead of by means of, we can utilize the using. So these are all the small comments. And in the next comment on page 50, dB comparison should be corrected as dB space comparison. So as per the valuable command, it has been corrected as dB space comparison. On page 50, SNR dB should be corrected as SNR space dB. As per the valuable command, it has been corrected as SNR dB. A space must be left between units and numbers in all pieces such as 2 to 4 GHz. As per the valuable command, a space is given between units and numbers in all pieces. On page 61, boxes should be the same size as figure 3.1. As per the valuable command, the boxes of figure 3.1 are made as small, the same size. On page 64 also, boxes should be the same size as figure 3.2. So that also been rectified. On page 65 should be increase the resolution of this figure. So that also been increased. On page 67 in table 3.1 must be aligned left to 2 to 7. So that also been incorporated. On page 68 should be increased the resolution of figure 3.5. So I have increased the resolution of figure 3.5. Similarly for 3.6 on page 70 figure 3.7 depicts should be corrected as 3.7 space depicts. So the space is also introduced as per the valuable guidance given by the professor. On page 71 should be bold the red and green lines in figure 3.7. So based on the valuable command, it has been improved. On page 72 should be bold the red line in figure 3.8. As per the valuable command, red line made bold in figure 3.8. On page 80 should be increase the resolution of figure 4.1. So resolution has been increased. On page 81 should be increase the resolution of figure 4.3. Resolution has been increased. On page 86 boxes should be the same size of figure 4.6. As per the valuable command, the boxes of figure 4.6 are made as same size. On pages 90 to 98 should be increased the resolution of figure 4.1 to 4.23. So based on the command, it has been increased. There is a mismatch starting from the page 90 between the figure numbers and the figure description numbers in the text. This mismatch continues until figure 4.25. As per the valuable command, the figure number and the description numbers are matched, and it has been incorporated in the pieces page number from 90 to 102. On page 99 should be bold the red and the green lines, so that also been incorporated, rectified, and indicated in the page number 102. On page 111, C, speed of light should be captured as small c, speed of light. As per the valuable command, it has been captured as c and speed of light. And the last command on page 136, the author name Donging Go should be captured as Donging space Go. As per the valuable command, it has been captured as Donging space Go in the page 139 of 1960. And these are all the list of publications. And the first publication based on the antenna design for the spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks. It has been published in the SC indexed journal Wireless Personal Communications, volume number 119, number 1, issue number, page number 959 to 929, Brinzer publication, impact factor of 1.671 and the corresponding DOI. And the second paper I have published in the SC indexed journal Wireless Personal Communications in the name of paper title is Design and Fabrication of Microchip Patch Antenna for Cognitive Radio Applications. So both the papers have been published for the spectrum utilization in cognitive radio networks and its applications. And the third one is accepted for publication. That also SC indexed journal. So overall 3 SC indexed journal. And the last paper I have submitted in the Wireless Personal Communication. It is under review. So these are all the publication details. Thank you all.
Scholars, my guide, and the dear faculty members, if you have any queries, please ask.
First of all, so my voice is audible? So my voice is audible? First of all, I am happy with your research work in terms of publication. The reason is, even though Anand is not insistent that every chapter publication is mandatory, they insisted on the essay journal. But when I come to that your presentation, you are published each chapter one Anand journal. So it is the highlight of your research and it is very much impressive. So special thanks to you as well as your guide for concentration towards publication for each chapter. Second point, notable point is in the future also these products may be converted into pattern numbers by means of enhancing your thing into real-time products. So my suggestion is that you have to implement into that VLSI some hardware things. Your software must be converted into embedded projects. Then in the future, your things turn towards product. Then only the research becomes product as well as a pattern is the task of the real researchers. Do you understand what I say, sir?
Yes, sir.
Your future work must be tracked towards publications to product to pattern, the pattern to the customization and to the society. Like that, the current research is going on. Area your presentation is impressible and due to terms of publications as well as the comparisons. So my suggestion is from that your presentation. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your valuable guidance. And based on your valuable guidance, I will apply for patent and apply for product also, sir. Thank
And
you.
another one thing, what I am going to insist that whether you are enabled the screen recorder, since here there is no recording symbol, even though nowadays the Google stop the Google Chrome, you have at least are you enabled the screen recorders in your system like that?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Enabled. Enabled? Are you enabled or not?
Yes, sir. We have enabled the recording also in Google Studio.
Okay, very good, very good. Since it is mandatory for the anonymity PhD IOs, so I first I fear that there is no research even though Google is now stop. But okay, I think that you are another at your side. My thinking is right. So okay, very nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor.
So, sir, this is Raj Kumar from Karanchi Civil Engineering College, Kotra PC, in additional responsibility of controller of examination. Resident for your excellent presentation. Apart from that, you deals with the very trusty area, and our India is focusing on the 5G network. I hope so. Couple of days back that the budget is clearly representation for the allotting the 5G spectrum things. So that's why it's a very trusty area in line with our India expectation. So to an extent that level, because the spectrum utilization, sensing and utilization is a major role play for in order to minimize the traffic and in the public radio network. So very good findings are to carry out that. You look at also in the energy level calculation also you've done that. Apart from that, some traffic management system also coming days will maybe give you a research direction that will also, which is a little fewer research contribution in the next level for the nation, building in the area of telecommunication internet. So that's why my research to you, excellent presentation, as well as the very good supervision of Karna Madam, as well as the Continental Kumaran sir. As well as already the professor is clearly represented the publication. So the publication is very good because the justification of publication is a clear proof for the research contribution by the scholar. So every chapter you get a recognition from the very expert member. That also very good credit for the research contribution by the scholar and the supervisor. So prestigious process, time for officers.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you so much.
Please.
Yes, this is, can you?
Go.
Yeah, I am Matthew Wilways from Nurul Islam. Actually, Shiraz is one of my best friends, and we talked together last year about the publications and all, and I must say congratulations for Professor Suresh and the entire DC team, especially his guide, maybe Ma'am Aruna Ma'am. So I have seen the list of publications and incredible. And it's very difficult to publish the papers in ACA-based journals. And I have seen the 3 publications with ACA and very impressive. And I must say, and even after it's very nice. And because I am from the aeronautical background, so I cannot go through the entire research work, and but the publication is very nice, and so we can continue in like as Professor Ravi said, the pattern and government projects funded especially, and that will be developed and see and entirely like just for 5G. I hope he will do that along with his team and all. So I concur to all the faculty members, those who are listening, I mean, participating offline. and I could not participate in all of them. So, very nice presentation. The complete team members. I would say thanks to the people. Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Anand. Thank you.
Yeah.
Professor from MIT, subject expert of analysis.
Mr. Suresh, it's really good presentation, and literature survey is too good, and it's complete detailed literature survey almost like 2000 to 2020 covered, and as others said, like really you've done a very good amount of research work, and especially published in very good SCI journals, especially that antenna designed and fabricated, tested those results. It's very nice actually. So just I have 2-3 questions. So the first objective of your work is like improve network lifetime and reduce energy consumption, right?
Yes.
So your proposed method DNN is it offers low energy consumption. So why it offers supports that low energy consumption, and what way it differ from other methods?
I have taken IEEE papers as was one of the benchmark, and I have taken many values, many reference values from IEEE papers and from Splendid also. Since you asked the question why this low energy level, because when we utilize any kind of wireless devices and wireless technology, we should go for the low energy consumption with high factor values like spectrum utilization. So I have compared with CNN, CFR, and with the other existing methods with my proposed deep neural network algorithm based RASA, and I have utilized the Spotted optimization for speeding of the SR algorithm for low energy consumption.
Okay, fine. So can you go to that slide number 50, sir?
Sure.
Yes, sir. So here, what it means, sir, RF transmitter and power transmitter. What it means, power transmitter?
Sir, I have compared with the power transmitter. RF transmitter is my proposed one. I have compared with the power transmitter. So based on the comparison, power utilized by the power transmitter, power utilized by the RF transmitter is compared. So
please, sir, please.
I have utilized low power, sir, 1.78 to 4 watts, and amount of energy harvested 5.4 microwatts. So this amount of energy harvested can be utilized for the ideal nodes where no transmission or any kind of reception is happening. So that particular node can be utilized the amount of energy harvested when it is required. When it is not required, we need not waste the energy. So that's what the proposal is.
Yes, sir. So here, actually, the amount of energy harvested measured in joules, right? So here, you converted it, actually like the relationship between energy and power. And another thing is here 5.4 microwatts harvested energy, right? Otherwise, in terms of powers, if you keep it as 5.4 microwatts. So that microwatts means it's very low amount of power, right? That is sufficient for data transmission.
Sure, for even single transmission of data by using a single node, even for a single node, it can be utilized and is applicable. And with respect to amount of energy with respect to joules, I have got 6.5 joules. So it is applicable, sir. Applicable for even for low level of network, and right from the low level of network, it can be utilized for the high level of network.
Fine, sir. And you preferred a circular patch antenna, right? any specific reason behind that? Because so other patch antennas are that like
Yes, sir.
like any specific reason why?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, microstrip patch way I have simulated means we have chosen means it is the mobile antenna, and it is I have gone through the IEEE papers. From the IEEE paper, I have got the idea that the microstrip patch is utilized for the spectrum utilization under the current gradient group. So that's what I have chosen the microstrip patch, and also it is more reliable complexity, and while designing the microstrip patch or any other system of any other antenna except the microstrip antenna, it is very difficult. Why? Because microstrip is very easy to design, fabricate, and simulate also. So while designing the microstrip, I have compared with the physical limitations also. When I compare the physical limitations in substrate formation with the simulation parameters, I have got the better performance of the microstrip antenna when I compare with the other antennas. So this is much suitable for spectrum utilization in cognitive radio application. So that's what I have chosen the microstrip patch antenna.
So can you go to slide number 100, sir? 100.
So,
So in this table, what is your inference actually?
sorry, sir?
What is your inference from this table?
Yes, sir. So I have compared with the reconfigurable microstrip LCCC, ProPed, circular patch, antennas with my proposed method. So my inference in this concept is I have got the efficiency value very high. So it is being incorporated in the this table, comparison table. That means radiation efficiency I have got 95.9%, and I just plotted this table for the extension of the parameters. So similarly, remaining and all the things are similar. The comparable methods with the antenna, all those are similar. But I have got some extension in the parameters, so that's what I have got this comparison table once again with different parameters.
Because the operating frequency is different, right? Like the first antenna is designed for around 11 GHz,
Yes, sir.
and some other 60 GHz. But your design antenna is almost like 1 to 3 points.
Yes,
Yeah,
my contribution in this antenna design microstrip patch antenna is capable of operating at a frequency of 3.56 GHz. So the range is also mentioned 1 to 3.742 GHz. So operating frequency is 3.56 is much suitable for spectrum utilization.
Okay, it's overall it's really very nice work, and as the professor suggested, you done very good publication also. So all the very best, and I would like to congratulate Suresh and Dykes. All the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Professor Dr. Selvaraj sir, 280 young Indian business examiner, please you can ask.
Great.
Sir.
So good presentation. I have a couple of questions. One is, this, this scheme of the work. Okay, that is a cognitive radio framework. In the 5G, if you look at the 4G, LTE system, okay, there is a spectrum limitation. Both 4G, LTE as well as LTE advanced. In both cases, there is a limited spectrum, therefore there is a need for cognitive radio. Right?
Yes.
But in 5G, we are operating only sub 6 GHz, less than 6 GHz, one band. Another band is 24 to 28. Another thing is 40. Like that, even people plan to work on 50 or 50 GHz also. Like that, we have a plenty of spectrum available in, especially in the case of 5G. Okay. So when the plenty of spectrum is available, and the spectrum actioning is also about to start, when some countries to start, we are also trying to start the actioning.
So is there, under the scenario, is there any role for ground security?
Sir, I have chosen the module where how can I improve the spectrum utilization. So that's what I have thought of doing that. And while considering about the application, I have idea that 5G and 6G is about to happen, and in future I will do the best in the 5G applications also, sir, and 6G related things, because I have just incorporated the things with the efficient spectrum utilization only, and the nodes available in the primary and secondary and in all the networks, how effectively we can utilize this spectrum without losing energy. So that's the thing I have incorporated, and I work for the 5G and 6G also in future, sir, as per your value comment, sir.
So, okay. My question is, you have actually worked on the spectrum utilization. Effective spectrum utilization or efficient spectrum utilization, because see, the concept of cognitive radio is when the primary users are not utilizing the spectrum, the secondary users are going to use it, right?
Yes.
Right. Now, suppose in the case of 5G, when the spectrum, plenty of spectrum is available, okay, and everyone is allotted a spectrum, there is no need of this idea.
So 5G also we have a spectrum, but there is a scarcity of spectrum, sir. Spectrum out in the 5G applications because of many users we are utilizing, not only focusing for spectrum, because many communications are there. Say for example, TV antenna communication, radiation communication, radio communication, satellite communication, so many communications. But among those communications, I only focus on the network performance. So I have incorporated the antenna designs in the network performance to improve the spectrum utilization through the network. So that's what I have not gone to the 5G applications.
Okay, one more question. Just think about this later. First question. Second question is, your objective you said, one is the first objective is on spectrum utilization. Okay, and second objective is on the optimization, and the third is the antenna design. That's good. But why do you have a different scattered objectives?
Sorry, sir?
Why do you have a scattered objective? Scattered objective means all this can focus on at the same similar technique. Mentally researchers how it is working. The researchers who work on the performance analysis, they work on the performance analysis. Like performance analysis researchers, they evaluate the outage probability, they evaluate the data rate, they evaluate the throughput as data rate, capacity. These are the performance analysis evaluation. They work on this. And the all engineers, after design engineers are different, they work on different aspects. But if your thesis to combine the two results, right?
Among 4 modules, for your command, I have understand that first 2 modules is based on the network simulator and network performance, how to improve the spectrum utilization for the and why I have chosen the 3rd module and 4th module based on the antenna means it is very easy to improve the network performance by the design of antenna, very easy. So I have taken and I have studied many research papers under the IEEE and the Sprinter publication. So based on the idea I have got from the readings, I have suggested that I have taken the 3rd module and 4th module under the antenna design.
Okay, see, why, how is it later, how your antenna is going to improve the network?
Yes, sir. So, network, in the network, we have the transmitter and receiver. Of course, in the blocking section or block diagram, we used to have the transmitter and receiver even in the network architecture. So slightly I have modified the antenna, and in the heart of the network architecture I have incorporated the proposed microstrip antenna. It is much helpful, reliable, and it is complexity for the network performance and improvement, especially spectrum utilization in complicated networks. And also, by seeing the radio frequency energy harvesting method block diagram, I have just yes. So here many diagrams or there are many blocks are given. So antenna is also provided. I have thought of thinking, why can't I change the antenna design instead of changing the parameters incorporated in the block. So that's what the thing happened in designing the antenna for the betterment of spectrum utilization in cognitive radio network. And in addition with this diagram, in addition to this, this is the overall network architecture of the module. So here the proposed antenna. Earlier it was some other antenna. Here I have introduced or incorporated the microstrip patch antenna as my new contribution, and through this antenna I have got the efficiency, energy efficiency, spectrum utilization, radiation pattern. So everything is maintained in an improved level. Everything is changed in an improved level. So once radiation pattern is changed, gain will be changed. Gain is improved means automatically directivity and all the parameters related with the antenna will also be improved. So that's what I have chosen, proposed the microstrip patch antenna as the one of the parameters under my research.
Okay. So when you are evaluating the people, I ask you to compare the method as well as the estimated result. So somebody turned out the microstrip.
Can you please once again write the question, sir?
No. This, I will compare that work, your work with the existing work. So I think already you incorporated the thesis. So can you put the slide?
Thesis comments.
No, not thesis comment. The table where you compare your work with the existing literature, like existing reference.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you compare with the this is fine. You compare with the different antennas, but if you compare with the references also should be good. Okay. Suppose UWB antennas, 50 references etc. Okay. Why not? Suppose somebody is reading your thesis, they should know from which where this comparison table has come. And UWB antenna, from where the author has taken all the details. Have you integrated these things or have you taken it from many places? With reconfigurable microstrip antennas, such as patterns, those together.
Yes, sir, I have compared and I have incorporated the thesis also based on your comment.
No, have you simulated or like how do you?
Yes, sir.
You simulated yourself.
Design.
Okay, very good. Okay, great. So that's all from my side. I think you have chosen a good one. You have presented well. I think now we can we can announce it. Okay.
Thank you, Professor.
I think I will ask the subject expert, can I announce it?
Please, sir. Please, sir. You can proceed.
Yeah. Suresh, can you go to the first page?
Yeah, sure, sir.
Right. Yeah, it gives me immense pleasure to announce the successful defense of Mr. Suresh Chinnathambி Young on the thesis title Design Development of Microchip Patch Antenna and the Conventional Power Allocation Policy for Spectrum Utilization in Cooperative Radio Network. So Suresh Chinnathambbi has taken a very recent research area, and this research area has immense interest for the researchers who work in this field. And we have chosen a very latest technique and compared it with the existing techniques and proved that his work is better than the existing. And he has published his work in the reputed journal. Along with that, he has defended his thesis successfully, and he is able to answer all the queries raised by the audience, Indian examiner, subject expert, and everyone. So with this note, we recommend the award of PhD degree to Suresh Chinnathambி. Henceforth, he can be called Dr. Suresh Chinnathambì. So please congratulations to Dr. Suresh Chinnathambì. And also a great congratulations to his supervisor, Professor N. Muthukumaran and Professor G. Aruna.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Congratulations, Dr. Suresh.
Thank you, sir.
Suresh.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir.
And
Thank you.
thank you.
Congratulations, Dr. Suresh.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, sir.
Congratulations to supervisors to Professor Arna and
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Congratulations, Professor Muthukumaran as well as Chinnathambì, Dr. Chinnathambì.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Suresh.
Thank you, and thank you.
On behalf of Francis Xavier Engineering College, Department of ECE, we would like to congratulate Dr. Suresh Chinnathambì, sir. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you, sir. It's a time to thanks. Yeah. Due to lack of academic responsibility, you have spent your valuable time in analysis scholars. Time process, Indian examiners, Dr. Supervisor and Professor Dr. Professor. It can be used some other occasions. And also, thank you so much for spend your valuable time in your participants, users, scholars, my guide, faculty members, and lecture women. Thank you so much. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Please stop with that.